Treasure, Dr. Phil, Treasure's mom. Bring that ass here. I got something to say. Yo, what's up? I'm Jaded Nerd. I wanted to talk to y'all about Treasure, Dr. Phil, her mama, and the bullshit story about her thinking she's a white woman from last week. Treasure and her mom decided to take their asses up on Dr. Phil and basically present this narrative that Treasure is an African-American female, but she identifies as white. She felt like she was a white person. She was a white individual. And then she was saying all this negative, hateful, racist rhetoric, jargon about Black people, and it got a lot of reaction. It went viral. One of the things that really stood out to a lot of people is the fact that she was a very brown-skinned individual, and it was disheartening to hear a young lady say such negative, evil, vile, racist things about Black people. We're ignorant, we're violent, we're thugs, we're ugly, we're this and we're that. And this is the thing about it. Now, I want to get you a little bit, Treasure, because now that I see that you full of some bullshit, it's fair game. This teeth right here, these teeth, this jacked up grill, I'm already throwing it out there because they've been dragging your ass and roasting your ass about your grill for the last few days. So if you're going to get up there on national television and talk about how Black people are ugly and how our hair is and our noses and our lips and our features and how the white this and the white is better and how you're just on a different level, what you should have done if you was going to talk like that with that grill fucked up like that, you should have did some American Sign Language, some pantomiming, or perhaps you'd have been better suited to write down your grievances and use flashcards. That way, we won't see your grill. Let's get to the mama. Now, you gonna sit up there and bring your daughter on national TV. According to your daughter, one of your other daughters that made this video that everybody is seeing, y'all wanted a free trip. You didn't even get paid for your menstrual show of an appearance. The fact that you're going to parade your daughter to act like she hates Black people, to act like she's a racist. This is one of the things that a lot of people in the comment section was pointing out, and they were right to do so. It wasn't even the fact that this young lady identified as being someone that's Caucasian. That wasn't the shit. The shit was the racist things that she was saying. So if this was a real Caucasian girl, Caucasian woman, white girl, whatever, and she was on Dr. Phil talking this shit, we'd be going off. We'd be going off. We would be going the freak off. That was one of the most disappointing things about this, is the fact that Dr. Phil gave this young lady a platform. He allowed her to use his platform to spew racist, bigoted, stereotypical bullshit about African Americans and Black people. I didn't understand that. The mother is the one that I'm looking at, because as I watch the video, and there are so many videos, I'm going to put the link to the video that her other daughter put the whole family on blast, her mother, Treasure, all of them. You're watching this segment originally, the initial segment, and she's doing all this like she's so, distraught about her daughter. She doesn't know what she's going to do ever since, ever since their stepfather died, she's acted this way because I told her he was her biological father and he was white. Treasure was as brown as I am, but you can't talk about genetics, because the way genetics work and recessive genes and dominant genes and all that, there was no way to say for certain. But there were certain things you said, Treasure. I'm back on your ass real quick. When you was talking about your hair with all that heat damage, all that water damage, all that lighter body and silk and wrapping lotion that you put with that silk. Let's be nice. Back to your mother. So basically, according to what your other daughter said allegedly, you're just a shit show. You basically emotionally, verbally, physically abuse these children, and they're all messed up in the head on some level. We met this really, really nice life coach, a woman of color, who I'm thinking she's probably, unless she's in on it too, thinking that she's actually here to help this young lady, to help Treasure get her shit together and to be an example and a role model. And then it's just all part of the fuckery. I'm so frustrated because little girls watched this segment. Little Black girls watched this. Little Black boys watched this. People of color watched this. And to hear that type of rhetoric and that type of hateful speech coming from an African American, a Black girl that is Black, that's living in the hood. And Dr. Phil, let me talk to you real quick. The thing about Dr. Phil that pisses me off in this situation is, A, his show didn't vet these guests properly. A lot of times when you go on these shows like Dr. Phil, Fix My Life, or whatever, before you get in front of the cameras, there are producers who talk to you and get your story. There are people that sit down and talk to you and they write down details. You're doing therapy before you get recorded because this is supposed to be a holistic approach to trying to get some fucking solutions to your shit. The fact that you've been on the air this long and your show is supposed to be credible, which it is not, but it's supposed to be. And the fact that you would sit there and allow this mother and daughter to make a travesty of all the work that people in the civil rights movement have done, all the work, all the Black Lives Matter, all the people who, the Eric Garners, the Trayvon Martins, the Sandra Blands. You mean to tell me that you're going to sit there and make light of this situation because you wanted a fucking free trip? You wanted all expenses paid? To be on the Dr. Phil show, you weren't even compensated. You were not compensated. And to the show, what kind of what are you running? What are you doing? How did you not do research? How did you not look into whether they had a social media presence or not? Had you done that, you would have seen that this girl was pro-black, talking about black this and black that, but then you're going to have her on TV, embarrassing not just herself and her family, but all of us. So all the little quick comments and the little snarky remarks and the ways that you was trying to like come for her on the panel, and the fact that she was going back and forth with you, that now I'm like, okay, so you really just think that we're stupid. You really want to insult our fucking intelligence to the point that you're going to masquerade this menstrual shit for us to digest, so that you can get some ratings. The reason why I'm calling you out, Dr. Phil, like this is because then you're going to bring your raggedy ass up on the Breakfast Club or whatever that was to talk about this shit because it went viral. You get what I'm saying? We should have gave your punk ass the side eye when you had that damn Cash Me Outside girl, Bad Baby, Bobby, whatever the hell her name is, Danielle Bagodi, whatever her name is. And then this is not the first time. You've had many times where you brought these unruly ass kids onto your show that slapped their parents and slapped their mom and cussed them out and all that. We didn't say anything. But now that I'm looking at this was fucking irresponsible. Look, man. We in a situation now where people are mailing bombs, people are going into synagogues, shooting people, they're going into churches, killing people based off of religion, skin color, ethnicity, and race. And you've got the nerve to have these two fucking clowns get on this show and basically spew every hateful stereotype about black people that they can think of. Every fucking stereotype. I was trying to be polite when I made the first video because I thought this young lady really felt this way and she had issues. Now that I'm finding out all this other stuff, I'm mad as hell and I'm angry. Treasure, you've been exposed, but I'm only going to go at your mother and I'm going at Dr. Phil. Because if your mother was a party to this, that's a sorry ass woman, first of all. And secondly, is she bleaching her skin? Because if you look at it, it does appear to have that look, allegedly. But if you are the abusive, just manipulative individual that one of your daughters alleges that you are, and the fact that you will put this daughter, Treasure, up to this, she's not even staying with you. The whole thing about the CPS and there's a whole lot of shit to unpack. Let me just break it down like this. I think that Dr. Phil, you dropped the ball. I think your producers dropped the ball. I think that the executive producers, I think that anybody that had anything to do with your show, they dropped the ball. Y'all wanted something inflammatory. Y'all wanted something that's going to get people talking. It's going to get some clicks. That's going to get some views. And you got it. But I really feel like you really, 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 really didn't do us any favors on the racism part by putting this shit out there. Perhaps instead of trying to embarrass people and masquerade people out there to get some ratings, because you're a paternity test away from being the Maury Show, if we're really going to talk about it. Monique, Miss, if that is even your real name, because with all these lies and with all this bullshit that's coming out, I don't even know. But you're a sorry woman and you're sad. And if you put her up to this, and if y'all decided to conspire and to be cohorts and to decide that, oh, we need this trip because you're used to living a certain way and the money is gone now, whatever that is, and y'all decided just for an all-inclusive trip, just for a trip, just for a chance to get on a stage, just for a chance to get some hair and makeup and some bad wigs. Are you fucking kidding me? I want to know what y'all think about the situation. I want to know what you all think about Treasure's sister doing these live videos, exposing Treasure, exposing her mother, trying to clear the family name. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the timeline that she's provided? Do you think that she might be in on it too? Or do you think that she's trying to get some clout? Or do you think that she's actually telling the truth? Yo, put all that in the comment section below if you can, please. Throw a like on the video, subscribe, and share. It's greatly appreciated. I'm Jaded Nerd. I'll talk to y'all next time.